Plaza.
Hello, it's from Metallic Gaming 123, and we're here with a battle report: Orcs and Goblins versus High Elves.
With our ghetto table.
Yeah. So, right to left deployment on the Orcs and Goblins side.
I got
One bolt thrower. A spear chucker. 10 Forest Goblin Spider Riders with shields. Another spear chucker. 20 Night Goblin archers with one level 1 shaman. Then one more bolt thrower. 3 trolls. 40 orc biggins with additional hand weapon. There is a BSB in there. And there's also Orc Warboss. Then I have 80...
That's your general.
Yeah. Then I have 80 Night Goblins with spears and shield. And there is 2 mages in there, both level 1s. 1 Lore of Fire and 1 Lore of Beasts. And on the far left, we have another unit of 20 Night Goblin archers with 1 mage, level 1 Lore of Fire.
Yeah, the paint things on his side of the field is the proxies for bolt throwers.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have a unit of 53 spearmen with Techless in there. Cheese Master, Cheesy. He's also overpowered, and I will never use him again because he's so overpowered. And so he has 53 Techless and a Noble with Reaper Bow. And it was a Noble with Reaper Bow, and the Reaper Bow was just to shoot some stuff, and had a halberd and stuff. But anyways, that didn't do anything because I kind of forgot about the Reaper Bow for half the game, so that kind of sucked. And yeah, I used some Phoenix Guard to proxy, and for the Spearmen, I have Lawrence Guard and Spearmen in there, but I use them all for Spearmen, as a Spearman. And then to the right of that, to the right or left, whichever way you're looking, technically, you have a unit of Swordmasters, 30 strong, with a BSB, and another 2 noble? No, one, and then another noble with Fobane, and that was designed to kill his BSB and or general. And what it ended up doing was just stalling his general for his turns. So yeah, I loaded the left flank so that I can choose what battles I wanted and to eliminate the far units from combat, like the big goblin unit, because I would just be stuck there and he would eventually kill me. So yeah. So what I did next was in turn 1.
Yeah.
So it was my movement. So I just moved up. Yeah, I moved up. And then I casted Flesh to Stone on Swordmasters, and that's it. Then he charged. He charged his trolls into me, and I obliterated them because I had Flesh to Stone. And yeah, that's it.
Okay. And what I did in my turn was I moved my...
Yeah, you charged, I already said.
Yeah, I moved my Spider Raiders up onto the hill. I moved one of my bolt throwers a bit so I can get a better angle.
And failed charge with your orcs.
Yeah, I failed charge with my orcs. And because of that, since they overran my trolls, they ran into my small bunker of archers. And everything else I tried to wheel in, and I'm going to try to get into position.
Next, High Spearman charged Spider Riders, obliterated them insanely. Then, Swordmasters destroyed the archer unit. They fled, had to have double ones, so they ran off the table. They're still running, but they need ones to rally, so I was pretty confident they weren't going to rally. Then I restrained and reformed. And then I have to face the orcs. The orcs reformed, and then I could charge them because yeah, it took a while, and then yeah, that's what happened. And then what happened was that as you can see, you can't really see, but my Phobane guy, my Phobane hero, challenged his general and stalled him up, and yeah. And I did 1 wound and he did none, surprisingly. And I lost the combat by, no, it was a draw? I lost by 1.
Yeah, something like that.
Lost by 1 or something.
Okay, and my other 2 units,
just move on.
Yeah, keep moving up. They're going to try to get into the flank.
My spearmen charge in. Shadow warriors charge in, but I forgot to attack with them. They got pretty much obliterated down to 3 guys, as you can see. A general and 2 guys. So then I just reformed the spearman, and he wasn't steadfast because I have more ranks. And then I just reformed, and yeah.
Oh, and what I did, as you can see, I moved more of my men in. I'm gonna get ready to challenge their spearmen with my spearmen, and yeah. So that was turn 4.
So yeah, he charges me with his spearman. I hold. I think it's like a top. No, I win. He passes the leadership test. Then I charge with my sword masters into his flank. His general and his unit is still running, but he moved his unit close enough so that he can get a flank charge. And yeah.
Yes. Oh. Yeah. So the good thing about this, the only reason why I didn't die was because I got the cast the bulk spell off of Lore Beasts.
The
signature spell.
The augment spell where it's +1 toughness and strength. So yeah.
Yeah, and that helped me kill a lot.
Flank charged me. He actually managed to rally with his general. Then he flank charged me with his little archer unit. He stayed 1 more turn, and then he charged me with his orc general's unit because they managed to rally on the next turn. So yeah, but I broke both units. I destroyed caught up general's unit because he rolled 3. So I easily caught him up with the sword masters, and then he rolled like 9 and then fleed. And then, yeah, pretty much I obliterated everything. But he still has his unit not down to under 25%, so he can still rally both. But they're both running, and I'm pretty confident.
Yeah, so this is what the end game looks like. I managed to rally my my unit of spearmen. There was 2 mages in there, so I used fireball on the swordmasters and spear unit. And I think I did a couple wounds. My I had 2 bolt throwers remaining at this point. I should have shot it at the lords to try to kill one, but my mistake, I shot it at the spearman. Managed to do probably about 2 wounds. Yeah, those shadow warriors managed to kill one of my bolt throwers, and so this is how the game ended. Both of us had pretty close to the amount of points, but the edge goes to the high elf army.
Yeah, and also, so when he was retreating, he had to go on leadership 6, so I just turned around and tried to kill those bolt throwers. Failed a bunch of charges with my spearman unit. I killed one of his bolt throwers with my swordmaster unit, but he killed a lot with magic and shooting. I don't know how, it was just good odds. He just did well. And you can't really see it. It looks like I have just the BSB left in that unit, but no, I have the BSB and the noble. So yeah, he killed all the sword masters. I just had the noble and this BSB left. So yeah.
Hello, this is Metallic Gaming 123, and we're just gonna be reviewing our battle report that we just took pictures of and we just had.
And we just finished.
Yeah, we just finished. So.
We apologize for the lack of pictures because we forgot to take it in the first 1 or 2 turns, so we apologize for that.
Yeah, so we're just going to review the stuff we did wrong, the stuff we did well, and so first we're going to start with deployment. Well, deployment in this game was a major factor.
Yes, very major. It's one of the things that decided the game.
Yeah. Since he only had 2 actual units, other than his Shadow Warriors that were scouts, he only had 2 units, so he deployed in the far, my right corner.
Yeah, I loaded the flank on my left, so that I could pick on his units, so that I could center them out and just do either pick my own battles and just do 2v1, or just ultimately decide who fights who, and that gave me the advantage.
Yeah, since I had 2 big giant units, I had the 80 Night Goblins with spears and shields, and I had 40 Orc Boy Biggins with additional hand weapons. And I also had a couple of smaller units kind of blocking the way and getting in the way. And that was a big deployment error on my part.
Because he deployed his big units first, I knew where it was, so I could easily load the flank on the side that I wanted. So because he deployed his orcs and his spearmen to the right, I just easily decided to jump. And that eliminated, pretty much, loading the flank on the left eliminated his 80 block of spearmen for pretty much 2 or 3 turns, which is what allowed me to pick on the orc beings and what allowed me to kill them.
Yeah. So, now we'll discuss our army lists, like what more we were going to do and more that we tried to do, but it didn't end up happening. So, obviously my army list was pretty combat heavy. I had 2 hordes, some like fast cavalry, forest goblin spider riders with shields, and I also had some trolls and 2 small bunkers of night goblins, which I had. I fielded 4 mages, 4 level 1 mages today.
Yeah.
2 with beast, 2 with fireball. And so that was basically my army list. I wasn't initially going to take 2 Spider Rider units of 10, but I only ended up taking 1. And, yeah, so overall my army list, I thought it was going to be strong, and it did not. It wasn't very strong in the end.
What do you think you could have done better?
I think I could have...
trolls.
Yeah, maybe more tactically used my trolls to my advantage, and used my spider riders to my advantage, because both of those units got annihilated the very first turn.
I think if your spider riders got on my flank, it would have been a problem. But the problem is that I just charged them head on, and that's what annihilated them.
Yeah, I got them up on the hill, thinking, okay, look at this. I could go anywhere right now, and instead I didn't play it out very well, and I got charged on the front, and I got wiped out
by a horde. And plus with 1 high elf noble.
Yeah.
Which pretty much killed 3. I just needed to kill 7, which with 7 with 28 attacks, no, 29 attacks, rerollable hits, wounding on 4s.
Yeah.
So, I was originally I was gonna prepare to face his dark elves, so I had my list, but instead of the nobles, I put in a dragon and less sword masters. But I decided to the dragon was gonna be a sun dragon instead, with the dragon mage on it, right? And I changed up because I sort of wanted to use the noble theory, where I had 1 noble for each task, 1 for shooting, so just killing some stuff with the Reaver Bow, which was my LVP because he didn't do much, but he did cause 3 wounds per combat phase because of his halberd along with the Reaver Bow, and of 1 with Foebane, which was the sword that originally Well, I wanted to kill his general with that or something with that, but it didn't really work out because he had me hitting on 5s, so that didn't work well. So that was basically, it wasn't useless because it was really good because it prevented his 5 attacks from the general from completely just destroying my sword masters. And then my other noble was just there to just kill stuff. So the noble decision, yes, the dragon probably would have lived, and probably it wouldn't have done as much. It would have lived because of the lore of life and just reviving stuff, but it wouldn't have done as much as the 3 nobles together.
Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, so...
And the Shadow Warriors are shit. Never again. Like, okay, last time I used Shadow Warriors, yeah, sure. They killed nothing. Last time I played against his Empire, I got charged with Night Lorders and died. But anyways, yeah, they didn't do anything both games because I kind of forgot about them this game, and it was sort of my fault. But I didn't feel like they did much. So
no, they didn't. All right, so next we'll go on to some mistakes and basically what we already talked about. So in the end, Pedro did win by very slightly.
100 points.
Yeah,
about 100 points.
It ended up being very close because I had, in the last couple turns, rallied my mages and I kept shooting at him with my bolt throwers, which I represented in the pictures as paint, as just Citadel paint capsules. So yeah, so anyway, this was Metallic Gaming 123, and I hope you rate, comment, subscribe. We'll have more battle reports, and next time we'll take more pictures.
Yeah, and we'll probably have this better planned out so we don't talk and get off track and shit. So yeah.